several large and small communities, all of which were different in their outlooks and beliefs. The advent of the British and that of Western education has not materially altered the situation, and the many and varied communities have not knit themselves into a composite unit. This I credit to Sir Amado Bello, former Premier of Northern Region. He thought, and I quote, since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds.
Before I let you go, Mr. Tiamoto Shaw, Jonathan was at the presidency yesterday. What do you think they're having together? I mean, the two, one president and one ex. Jonathan is used to be the president. He knows what the building looks like. But yesterday was a guest with President Tinubu.
My brother, the fact remains that Nigerian politicians, they are tools in the hand of the British. I want to tell you that whoever becomes the president of Nigeria answers to the directive of the British. Now, for Jonathan, as at the time he was constituting and making those statements, he saw that, look, this country is divided. He saw that, look, they have done a lot of patch since the creation of Nigeria. And even the independence of Nigeria that released governance in the hand of our people, where we can now decide to say, okay, the British formed it for us, but now that it's in our hand, let's build it for ourselves. Let's do it the way we want. He realized that it never worked because the people themselves have no willingness to actually come together as one nation. Nigeria is like an orphan. And I want to tell you that the politicians understand this. So everybody realize that Nigeria does not belong to no one. It belongs to those who are there at that particular point in time. And that's why everybody see it like a whale, that everybody goes there to just cut their own. There is no patriotism as far as Nigerian country and the people in Nigeria is concerned. There is no patriotism. There is nothing like, this is something that our ancestors built. Let's build on what they built. So the fact remains that our ancestors did not form Nigeria. And so nobody owns it. It's like an orphan. Everybody goes there to deplete the resources, to take the resources for themselves, for their friends, and for their family. And that's exactly what unites our politicians. It does not matter the color or the shape of their political party.
Wow, thank you so much. Let's come to my next guest, but let me read some few comments because we're streaming on multiple channels. Please subscribe, power tap. Even if you're not giving us any donation, pray for me, so that we remain very strong. We are on multiple channels: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and we're doing all our best to keep it going. Let's read from the TikTok comment first. Chuk says, it is to the British advantage that things are falling apart and no longer at ease in Nigeria. But the British says Nigeria will be a great place to be by 2075. That's about 50 years from now. AB Sunday on YouTube says, Obi is no way to go. He's a chameleon. Nigerian power based on the northern part for long, but now that the power is drifting from that Fulani, Obi went there and wanted to return the power. So it seems what he's saying that Obi wants to work with Kwankwaso. Yomite says Jonathan is a joke. He wasted over $500 million on that failed constitutional conference that he knew that it will not be rectified and signed to. Obi Sunday says it is shown that Obi is the wrong one because the way it is now, history had been repeating itself. Back when Awolowo was raising this issue, Ojukwu was there opposing him because of his objective. Let's come back to the boss. Let's hear from you, sir.
Okay. Good morning from my area. I love the submission of the previous speaker, and that's one of the reasons that I decided to come in, because I like when people discuss with facts. Now I will start my own submission like this. We have many tribes in Nigeria today that have been caged in this Nigeria, and we don't even see any sign that they are going to be free anytime soon. Then if you come closely now, you will see that I lived in Europe. If you come to Europe now, we have more than 15 countries in Europe that are below 10 million.
Please, about mute. The caller that... Okay, let me mute her because she's probably trying to get herself together. Go ahead. Sorry, the boss. Sorry for the interruption.
We have more than 10 countries, 15 countries in Europe that are less than 10 million. The reason why Europe divided themselves according to the languages that they speak is because they have understand their differences, and they know that if they break the countries according to the languages, people will be free to have the right to live together according to their language. If I am a Yoruba, for example, now, then we have a Yoruba nation. A Yoruba man will be the president. All of the ministers are going to be Yoruba. Then when we have grievances with either of them, it will be easier for us to deal with them, or to bring them to book. That is one of the importance of this division according to language. Now, I would like to name some countries that are below 10 million in Europe here, and they are doing perfectly well. I will start with Norway, Finland, Denmark, Bulgaria, Switzerland. We have Macedonia here, who are not even up to 1 million. We have Albania, we have Austria, we have Hungary, we have Greece, we have Portugal. There are many. There are more than 15 countries that are below 10 million. While we have many states in Nigeria, over 20 states in Nigeria are approaching 10 million inhabitants. I don't even understand why we pack people in this kind of union that we know we never ever work. I don't understand.
We never work.
Because me living in Europe for 30 years have made me understand that we are all different. We are all different. And the only thing we need today is to acknowledge our differences. Then we can come together as Africans, just like Europeans are doing.
Okay.
Because
all right. Let me come back. Let me interject. Sorry, because I've had what you've said is what we have talked about for many years. I want to go back to the discussion for the evening, because as much as I don't want us to move away from that angle, and I know you are from the southeast, from what you're saying, I can tell. Are we going to see the release of Nnamdi Kanu by President Tinubu as a card for the upcoming election? Whether people agree with that election, whether we disagree, whether we know election is going to make things work or not, but would Tinubu, because Tinubu used the card of the Yoruba nation, we know that, towards the coming for the first tenure. Now the second tenure, he probably won't really want to use it because it might not work again for the North. But would President Tinubu release Nnamdi Kanu before 2027?
We all know that he will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to use him as a bait. And for me, it doesn't make sense, because the gentleman is fighting for corruption. He is fighting for corruption in Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't really care about Biafra. He just wants a functioning country. And he found out that Nigeria can never function because we just have some people serving the British interests. Okay. So that's the reason why he took up on himself that if they don't want Nigeria to be good, he wants to go with his people. So Tinubu will use him, Tinubu will release him. They all know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent of whatever they are pushing him. Now, that's the system of Nigeria.
That system. And the last question before I go to my next panel is, what should you, from the southeast, we know what we're going to present to Tinubu if he becomes the president for the second tenure. What are you going to present to him? I know, all the city boys are saying, they'll be marginalized. A lot of people have different, I say Nigeria, everybody has their own agenda. But what I want to ask from you now is, what should your people in the Southeast, the obese, the politicians, the big men, the Biafra, all together, what are you going to be presenting to Tinubu if he comes back? Because he will only have 4 years, and that 4 years will run like, yo-yo, because we saw Buhari came in, and before you know, it's gone, and even Buhari don't die now.
To start with, I know my people very much. Igbos are very, very, very strict. Igbos will not compromise Tinubu. That is what I'm scared of. They will not compromise Tinubu. Igbos are fed up more than most of the tribes in Nigeria. But the reason why they will not show it is because they are hard workers. So what I will say is this. He releases Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He doesn't release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We all know that Igbos will vote for Tinubu. For P2B. Okay. We all know that. Okay. The reason why Igbos want to vote for P2B is not because he's Igbo man. It is because they are seeing, at least to minimize corruption in Nigeria, 50% will be done by P2B. Okay. One thing we Igbos like to say all the time is that we don't like to hide behind our shadow. We know that Tinubu cannot do anything good for us. We know that. Okay. We know that Tinubu have a background, a criminal background. So when you have somebody like that, it's difficult for him to be that change.
Okay, that does not answer the question I asked you. The question is, if he wins, I am not talking about Peter Obi being voted for by the Igbos. If Tinubu wins again, what should you present to him as your own package?
We don't owe Tinubu nothing, because
so that means, whatever he wants to do with the Southeast, he can do it. And if he leaves power, he leaves power.
But my brother, Tinubu haven't done anything to us. Okay. He haven't helped us before, and he cannot help us. Okay. One thing Nigerians fail to understand, that's why I acted as if I'm skipping your question. Okay. One thing Nigerians need to understand is that Tinubu is our servant. Tinubu is working with our taxpayers and our resources money. All so he doesn't owe nothing. Tinubu is not nobody to ever.
All right, then. Thank you so much. I'll come back to you. Thank you so much. Let's go to Yawa Banku's baby. You got the floor now for about 10 minutes, and I can interject in between. Go ahead, ma. Banku's baby, not DJ. I'll come back to you, DJ. Banku's baby, let us, I think she's, Banku's baby, the bank bomb. All right. It seems that maybe she's probably not with us. Can you hear us, Banku's baby, one more time? You can invite baby to turn. Can you turn your mic on? Because I muted it when you were coming in because of the background noise. And very charge and konkonolilenko. Banku's baby, one more time. All right, let's go to DJ for your own submission. You've had the discussion. The discussion first is, would Tinubu release Nnamdi Kanu? Without any other thing anybody wants to say, I want to hear, especially, I know, like I said, a lot of people from the Southeast will probably drop into the comment section, and probably maybe tomorrow we might fight again and I'll come back here. But tonight is all about, will Nnamdi Kanu be released by Tinubu, and at what cost?
Okay, thank you so much, Koikimedia. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, thank you so much, Koikimedia. I really thank you for your partners and everything you have done, and I really thank you for your support to both sides, Biafra and Oduduwa. And I really thank you for everything you have done, with how you are championing the struggle for the World Republic, and also for the support for Biafra. And also when it seems that everything has crashed, keep on moving. So thank you for that. Regarding the question you asked about Tinubu releasing Nnamdi Kanu, I think releasing Nnamdi Kanu will be probably a kind of bargaining. You understand? Because as you can see, the North is ganging up against Tinubu. What they believe in, saying that they have disappointed them in some way or the other. So I'm thinking about Tinubu is going to release Nnamdi Kanu for his interest, because when it seems like the North is coming after him, as they are doing now, using terrorism in all manner of things. So I think he's going to release Nnamdi Kanu to use it as a pushback to the North, not fierce his belief and what he stands for. So the way I'm seeing it, when the time comes, Tinubu has no option than to release him because he has a very big to say in terms of in Eastern region and the whole of Igbos at large. Because the way things are going now,
even if the Igbos will not vote him, like my brother said there, even if they're not going to vote him, because we know they're going to vote for Peter Obi, even if they're not going to vote him, you will still release Nnamdi Kanu.
No, forget about voting or not voting. Whether the Igbos vote or the Southeast vote, that does not matter because, as you can see, the people that are representing us is the people that are really getting in this election of the team, even Southeast votes or not. But what I'm saying is that in terms of releasing Nnamdi Kanu, he's going to use it as to push back to the northern people and their threat. When he releases Nnamdi Kanu now, once Nnamdi Kanu speaks, the whole of Igbos and the whole Southeast regions will follow his idea. You understand? And releasing him will be as a kind of a condition. Maybe you can go and land your people, try to support him and
do you think Nnamdi Kanu would do that? We've seen Igbowo says, look, whatever anybody wants to say, I fully back Tinubu. Do you think Nnamdi Kanu would do the same?
No. What Nnamdi Kanu will do, maybe he will release him and send him back to London or Kenya. From there, he can make a broadcast
and decide whatever he wants to say.
Yes, but releasing him to go and agitate for Biafra is going to cause a lot of damage for his ambition. So releasing him is going to be push back the northern hegemony and their fight against Tinubu re-election. They are feeling that Tinubu has appointed them both in all angles and the rest. So try to fight him. Then he's going to release Nnamdi Kanu so that Nnamdi Kanu will push the northern hegemony back. They fear him. One broadcast will destroy a whole lot of things, and he's going to pen them. Now they are even thinking that the agitation has ended. They are taking Sokoto and that rest. That everything about Nnamdi Kanu and the Igbo people has ended. So he's going to release him for his interest. So that's what I believe. Thank you so much.
Before you go, one more thing is what should everybody present to Tinubu? Can you this person at toilet you did the flush and they hear the thing where they do there?
I cannot tell you, sir. I cannot tell you. You're not coming out.
I said, what should the Igbos present to Tinubu if, and we're still using the word if because election is not been done yet, even everybody's election has already been done, Tinubu is going to win, but it's still if. If Tinubu comes back for the second term, what should the Southeast in general, Biafra, Nigerians, restructure, marginalization of the Igbo, what are you going to be presenting to Tinubu to look into in your own matter? Because we know what we're going to present to him.
Okay, what that is our Southeast governors are representative.
Yes, I mean your representative and probably maybe some of your people that are agitating and the obese, everybody. I mean, generally the whole of the Southeast, because everybody wants something out of Nigeria. Everybody has an agenda.
The only thing that will make the Southeast to support Tinubu with full chest is the release of Nnamdi Kanu, whether he releases him back to the Kenya or London or inside the job.
If he has done that, Nnamdi Kanu is released, he's back to Kenya, he's doing his broadcast, he's still talking. But now Tinubu is back in power. What are you expecting him to do for the Southeast before he finish that tenure in 2031? Because I'm going to do a program another day where we discuss this power sharing of 4 years, because the power is going back to the north. We know that. So this is the last chance for Peter Obi to come out and either win or lose. The Southwest will not become president again after 2031. Power returns to the north. What is the expectation?
We are expecting a whole lot of things from Tinubu. Number one, a lot of things we don't have in Southeast, such as adequate infrastructure. I believe Tinubu will do that. You understand? Because after supporting him, after supporting him, re-elect him back. I believe he will do a lot of things to Southeast because Tinubu, I don't think when he gets to second tenure, I don't think it's going to be easy for him to release power back to the north. Rather, he will choose somebody from the Southeast, and it's going to be the bargaining power with everything that we present to Tinubu and the support.
Hold on, that angle you are saying is another angle we've never looked at. Tinubu going in 2031, make sure power goes back to Southeast.
I don't think so. I don't think so that after Tinubu's tenure, he relinquished power to the Southeast. I don't think so. maybe probably from Niger Delta or South,
Okay.
or probably from the Yoruba land. You understand? So,
Okay.
but taking power back to the north, they are going to come with a very huge amount of revenge.
Okay.
You understand? So the only support we are going to give him is to give him support to re-elect him back. I prefer Tinubu to be in charge than to leave the power to the north, because as you can see.
But why is everybody scared about power going back to the north? Sorry, because I have to. We're going to finish this program at 6 o'clock, so we have 30 minutes. Why is everybody scared of power going back to the north?
The northern people, they are intoxicated about power, and they are not doing.
Somebody said I am not audible. Why am I not audible? Why? Okay, I think let me come back out and come back in.
All right.
Let's come back again. Somebody said I'm not audible. All right. As long as my panel are audible, yeah, go ahead. I think maybe because of the system.
Okay. So the reason why we are afraid, you understand, because the northerners, they feel that they own Nigeria. You understand?
Okay.
And then getting power back to 2027, they are going to use it as an advantage and as a revenge to deal with the South of what Tinubu is doing to them right now. You understand? Tinubu is trying to cut them off in all angles. You understand?
Okay.
So I don't think that Tinubu will relinquish power back to the north, because it's going to be a very big battle. It might even lead to the breakup of Nigeria. These things we are clamoring for. You understand? Because this is a two fight between two elephants. You understand?
Okay.
Well,
thank you so much. Let's hope the British, doesn't. I'll follow you back. Let's hope the British doesn't come in and tell Tinubu, don't do that. Let power goes back to the north. I'll still give a shout out to our mother there, Bankus baby. I'm still calling you out again if you are still with us. If otherwise, it's mute. So is it okay on mute so that we can hear you? If not, we go to the next person, AKA. Or I hope I got it right. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're right, brother. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Well, we're coping. We're still here in the. I think
are you in Nigeria?
No. I'm currently in UK. I'm not in Nigeria.
How is family?
Well, family are there. The Chinese say business is good. Family are doing well.
Okay, I just came to your program. It's my first time to join you.
Okay.
I'm very glad to join your program. I'm happy for what you are saying and how you are helping the Nigerians.
Okay.
Mr. Koikimedia.
Okay.
I'm very happy to be in your mix.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I just came in, so I want to understand what is going on.
Well, the question, there's nothing going on. The question is, will Tinubu release Nnamdi Kanu, for his own re-election?
Yeah, of course. They have no choice.
They have no choice. Why do you say that?
The government have no choice.
Okay.
And they know that he commit no crime.
There's no doubt about it.
Yes, they know.
Okay.
They have no choice. It's on their neck, which they know.
Okay.
So maybe they can use it for politics to release him.
Okay.
So that he can win second tenure.
Okay.
But the masses are not happy with Tinubu.
There's no doubt about it.
There is hunger in the country.
Insecurity.
By white people everywhere. Even you can watch on Monday what happened Lagos, Benin way.
I saw that.
Yeah. God is good. How Fulani now take everybody away, kill the driver. Many things are happening. Ogun State, Osun State, everywhere. Now we're not talking about.
Please, point of correction is not God is good, it's GEO.
GEO, sorry, my brother, sorry. GEO.
Thank you so much, sir.
Sorry.
Okay.
So, GEO, sorry, my brother.
Yeah.
So, you see what is happening in the country. I'm living in Spain. I'm in 20-something years in Europe.
Yeah.
I live here, but my family is there. My mom, brother, friends are there. But what is going on is it's not good.
But the British says Nigeria will be a better place by 2075. Do you believe that statement from the British government?
With this government, I don't believe.
No. I'm talking about generalizing now. But if Tinubu failed, another government comes in, that won't fail. But by 2075, you will have a country that is competing with India, Spain, and the rest of the world. I didn't say so. The British say so.
My brother, it's not possible. You know what Nigeria needs?
I'm telling you. Tell me. I'm listening.
My brother,
My brother.
I'm listening.
Yeah, it's not possible. You know what Nigeria needs?
I don't know. Tell me.
To divide the country into 3 or 4 places.
Okay.
We need like referendum. You know what is referendum?
I know. Can you mute yourself?
Yeah.
You've just come in. Mute yourself at the background, please. Go ahead.
What is referendum is in Europe here. You can count some countries not up to 8-10 million in population.
But we don't have referendum clause in our constitution. We are just 20 minutes, and I want to really manage the time, bring the last person in, and then do my submission. We don't have a referendum clause. We had a video earlier on from the Senior Advocate of Nigeria that says there is no referendum clause. That is why there's a lot of heat going on for those agitating. You know, do you think that a referendum clause would be...
Lord Ligard make amalgamation that we have ended, so that 100 years, the marriage does not
everybody
work,
knows that. The question is...
if the marriage does not work, everybody will go on his own.
But the politician... I know that. But politician doesn't want to go. My question is, how to go now is what we are discussing. The guy don't die. He don't leave us. You know, all this problem is still there. He don't buy. How do we exit? There's no referendum. How do we exit that union? And who is going to push it forward? Is it the Igbo politicians, the Yoruba politicians, the northern politicians, you know, to be able to get that referendum clause? I'm not talking about Luga. Everybody knows what the guy did was wrong.
My brother will have to join hands together.
Join us together, okay.
Because if you can see what is happening in Nigeria, I live in North, I live in Borno State, where the Boko Haram started. I went to school there. I speak Hausa, I speak Beriberi, I speak even Fulani.
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah.
I went to school there. Okay. I had my business till I left, 1999, 2000.
Okay.
To Europe. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you is that Nigeria is fair state.
There's no doubt about that. I know that.
It's a fair state.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
So what we need is to share the country. Let everybody go
their separate ways. All right. Thank you so much, you know, for joining us this morning. We appreciate, you know, your time. You know, in Spain is also almost the same time like UK. The last person there,
yes,
let's hear from you. Go ahead.
Exactly. I want to manage this time. Good morning, all.
You're welcome.
Mr. Koikimedia, yes. I've been with you for a very long time.
Okay.
When you were with our brother Igbo.
I'm still with him. I never go anywhere. We're still together. Go ahead. Let's go straight to the discussion.
So my point is, I came on because I heard you. The question is thrown to this our brother right now was the reason why I came up. You asked him that British said in 2020 whatever that
2075 that Nigeria will be number 5 in the global world.
Please, my brother, for we, those of us that are in Western world here, at least we can see, we are learning. Let no one continue to watch our brain with this their wealth, telling us rubbish for over 60-something years. Why is their own country not going that way? They keep using us for interest. Look, we've seen it clearly. It is the only way is to go separate way. We've been our own before they came in. They came in not for our own interest. We've seen the whole map, the whole strategy. They came in for their own interest, not for us.
Okay.
Take a look and see what is happening in our own country.
Okay.
With all the resources we had.
Okay.
We're not supposed to even go out. The West person, the Northern, the Nigeria. But the problem is that the Northern are afraid. I don't know why they're always afraid when we say, let's go our separate way. I don't know why. They are the problem. And they are the one the British are using. They are the ones.
So, should Tinubu come back or whoever becomes the next president, or we're using the word should, and if it lose, another person comes, should he come back and power goes back in 2031? Definitely, with the way they are structured, the 4 years they are doing, all this, the way politicians have put it, power will go back to the north, right?
We've seen it clearly. We've seen the map is already there. Even before Buhari, Tinubu already was there with them. They planned this. These people are doing this for their own selfish interest, not for Nigerians.
Okay.
It's the high time we all should begin to know. One person will come and tell you, I will do this, this will happen at the end of the day, zero. My God.
Okay.
It's so annoying that we'll keep hearing same strategy and wasting lives.
So what are the options on the table for, you know?
The option for me is that every one of us learned want to stand up on this separate way. Everybody should go their way and we will move forward.
So are we saying our politicians are not learned to understand this?
Those some of them don't even have a primary elementary.
Okay.
Do we have any politicians here? Those one just for their families.
For their own family.
If they are okay, why they should let their children go into the Nigerian military or Nigerian police if they know they are really fighting for Nigerians.
Okay.
Why are they shifting their children over here?
Well, so that they can, we saw Buhari's son wants to contest for house in the, I think, Kaduna or Castina. I saw that news on my, my team put that yesterday. All right. Because of the time, that's why I'm just, I want to make sure we leave at 6. It is heartbreaking, Biko. Thank you so much. The last person is now back with me. He actually dropped. That's why we brought him back. General Joe, go ahead. You got 5 minutes.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning. Good morning. First of all, I have to thank you. It's network that dropped me. I know you didn't drop me.
Yeah,
I have to thank you for bringing me up. So I will just go straight to the point because I know you are about going now.
Yes.
You know what? Like about 2-3 guys that first spoke last time.
Yes.
What that guy said regarding to what they call it, regarding to the country. One second, please. Let me do this. Regarding to one country, a country like was measuring Sweden, Denmark,
Macedonia, and all that, yeah.
We are in a Western country. We know what is going on. Like what he was saying, everybody speaks the same language. Like Austria, they speak like a German, Dutch. But it's not like Nigeria that have different type of languages. When they say Wazobia, that's where we are having problem with that country. Now, Igbo people are being clamoring, they want to go. Let me tell you, I have to be frank with you. If you give Igbo a president of that country today, now you will see this agitation will stop. Yes, I'm telling you.
This angle where you just bring now is open another worm. Are you saying that if Peter Obi becomes president, all agitation will end from the southeast?
Let me tell you, I know what I'm saying. I'm a Benin man. I know what I'm saying. I said, if evil vice president or even the third in command as a senior president, you see all this agitation will stop. Because they are feeling bad that ever since after the Civil War, they have never gotten a very tangible position in that country. That's why you see they are agitating. That's number one. Let me tell you, you see, this country just made measurement. They are not up to 10. They are not. As the Eastern region, we want to tell me that they are not up to 10 million. Because they know if they go, they will have problem. Because they don't have access to the sea. Their land is landlocked. That is the reason why they are trying to take other people along. And those people they want to take along, those people, they are not Igbos. You understand me? Those people, they are not Igbos. They know, if we were to be Igbo, they are Calabar. They are in Calabar or Port Harcourt. Or even Warri. For a very long time, they will have go. But tell them now that take your 5 states and go. You will see they will be drawing back. They won't go because why? They want to take other people that doesn't belong to them, like Calabar, because most people don't understand. That is why we're having that problem in that country. This Wazobia consent. Okay, now, I was overhearing where some people were saying, after Tinubu now, the power will go back to North. Is it only North and Yoruba and Igbo that...
What about the others?
What about the rest of the people? That's why they are getting it wrong. And that if they continue like this, you see this country. I'm not swearing for the country because somebody that said the truth, that is the person that always say that person is a bad person. Let me tell you, Igbo are clamoring. They want to go. They don't have it in mind. They don't want to go. They are not going. They are just using that one job to discover the country.
This matter. You don't break people this morning, no. The Igbo people will not be happy with this, your statement. They disagree with you. I can read it from the comment section. They say you're telling lies.
If they disagree with me, okay, if they want to go, let them take Abia, Owerri, Enugu, Onitsha, or whatever, or that 5 state and go. Let them do it and go. We will support them. Not question of dragging a Port Harcourt, Delta, even Adibini, other places they are dragging all those things. If they want to go, let them come out and say, yes, they want to go. They have taken their 5 states or they want to go. Even one state is still pulling out from them now, Ebonyi, say they don't want to belong to them. Because of our way and manner, they are doing something. Let us be frank. When we see the truth, we say it out.
Okay.
There's a parable saying, if you say the truth, you will die. If you don't say the truth, you will still die. But just say the truth and die. You die for the truth.
Thank you.
For the truth.
Thank you so much.
The truth of the matter is that these people, they don't want to go. That is the truth. If you see, if this might happen to come down today now, what they call it,
Peter Obi.
Ashwaju. If Ashwaju come down today now, you see they will forget about Ashwaju. The next person that is in power, they will be shouting of that person again. When Buhari was in power, it's not a Buhari. When Buhari pull out now, it's not Tinubu. Is it Tinubu that brings security to the country? That insecurity has been there for a very long time. See, let me tell you, if you demarket your country, if you are not demarketing only the country, you are even still demarketing yourself.
Okay.
When I travel to Australia, before the reason why I'm talking all these things now, when I travel to Australia, when you bring your passport come out, your passport look like even shit, even better than our passport. Because of the way and manner these people are doing things. If anything is good for their side, they'll say they are Biafra. But when there's one video going on in circulation now, where they catch one guy, he says he's a pastor or whatever, and he carries some market. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
A powder. I don't want to. He carries some market, but he wanted to run. It was I think a Korea area. This Asia country. He wanted to run. They catch him and bring him back. They blood his face. They don't want us to know the person. Why are we doing all these things? If one does say we don't want the country.
But that is a crime that everybody commits in different ways. You're about to commit some crimes. But what you, as an example, what do you want out of a Nigeria as it is today? You want a Nigeria where everybody is what?
Listen, if we want that Nigeria to work, I want to tell you that, when we are playing football, international football, which is World Cup, you will see that everybody will be watching in the beer parlor because there's no loud. But when Nigeria score, you will see the way everybody will be jubilating and praising ourselves, doing something. We will not discriminate. This one Hausa, this one Igbo, this one Bini, this one this or this or that. Everybody will be happy together because we are one. I don't know if you notice it.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that.
After once the ball finish, you see this one saying, don't mind this one I'm for Igbo. Don't mind this one I'm for Yoruba. Don't mind this one. Discrimination, that is what is causing that problem in that country. Discrimination. Okay. Let all of us stand as one. Share things equally. When we share things equally, where this one take, this one take, this one take, this one take.
Everybody will then be able to work together.
It's just like you now. You are home. It's just like you now. You are home.
You have just 1 minute left. Okay.
Okay, 1 second.
Your network is breaking. Go back and maybe move from where you are before. Your network is breaking. All right.
Let everybody, if everybody bring her together and carry that country up, you will see that that country will still stand again. Can you still hear me?
Loud and clear, yes.
Okay. I don't know if you know somebody they call Attorney Nahoro.
I know him.
When Attorney Nahoro, they want to bring everybody together, as at that Attorney Nahoro now said, this thing that we are going to do now, it's not good to again say water and oil cannot mix together.
Okay.
Because this man, what's the name of this man? Not Nnamdi Kanu. Azikiwe.
Okay.
Because you want power or whatever, he say everybody should still come down together. Make everybody come down together, this and that. Because they want. You see, when this Agu was in power, the whole thing, mineral resources they have in different places and everything. The money coming from that place for cocoa from the west and everything. They were using it to develop Enugu. Go to Enugu. If you reach Enugu, Enugu is very fine. Enugu is better than the rest of that state in that place. What are we talking about? All these things we are saying, they know what is going on.
Thank you so much. I mean, this your own angle. I will have to expand it in my next broadcast.
I will bring out so many points when these people, okay, you say you need witness,
Biafra.
Seaport.
Okay, seaport, yeah. Do they have water?
You need seaport. Do you have water? If I just say they can drill, they want to drill a seaport to your place. Do you know how many states that water will take? It will take a Owerri. It will take a what they call it many places, many
dredging.
If they want to dredge it to make sure that they have it, you know how many? That means there may only maybe one. They will have only 1 or 2 states left in that place. You don't have water. I say it's all this kind of things just to destabilize the country. Disturbing the country. They don't want the country to move forward.
All right. Thank you so much.
There's an added now.
Yeah.
Picking where say make mama not sleep. Instead not go still sleep.
Everybody wants to sleep. Let's hope we can sleep. I'll follow you back so that next time. All right. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much.
You don't want to make the country do okay. You still like me now. I did for here. All my children they did for here. I know. I did receive I did receive the small money when I did get for here. It did reach me to feed myself and my family. So let's make all of the day. Okay, now.
All right, no, I gotta go now, brother. Sorry about that.
Meanwhile, they talk now. I'll just say I don't get a standing family where they suffer for home. I get now.
Thank you so much. We're gonna let him go. If I keep him there, he's gonna let me pass 6 a.m. and not because of anything. I just have to go at exactly 6 a.m. Let me catch up with some of your comments. Lady K, my beautiful sister, make sure you patronize Lady K. Lady K store in Canada. And when you like Jenny, everything from African food, you can be rest assured you get it from my beautiful sister there, Lady K. Well, we are coming to the end of the broadcast. It seems a lot of people disagree with the last speaker, but on this platform, he has his own say. Now, Gogoro, man, the guy avoided the killings. All right, thank you so much, Ganiolo. The country can never stand again. Our eyes is wide open. This is the beauty of, what, our forefathers were unable to do in terms of, the communication. Communication was quite expensive back then, but today communication is there. And we can use it at our own advantage. We will agree and disagree. If the British hasn't joined us together, we will still have problems together. I'm sure you know that. Maybe some people will still want to marginalize others. I'm talking about if there was never an amalgamation. But the topic before we go was, are we going to see Nnamdi Kanu released by President Tinubu before 2027? And a lot of you agree that yes, Tinubu will use that as a card. Okay, whatever you are saying that my mother say, if anybody say anything, we know the thing will make you one shout, scream, just let the person go. Okay, it's my platform, and whatever I bring in, it doesn't have to favor everybody, and that's about it. So anyway, let's come back to the closing remark. Many of my viewers this morning in the last almost 1 hour 27 minutes agree that President Tinubu will release Nnamdi Kanu. When? We don't know. How is that going to take place? We know that some of your king, which would bring the last video that I'm going to play, and then that video was when that Obi, I believe, spoke to President Tinubu right there in Abuja to his face that if people not tell you, me, I will speak. And that will be the last video, and we end it at exactly, as I said, 6 a.m. So I have 3 minutes. I hope this video loads quickly so that we can play that video and you can all listen. Let me see if it comes from this side quickly, because this one is just rolling as if, tire we not get. Once again, remember to subscribe, follow us, support. Very, very important. We are not blogger, we are organization. And this is the sound from that particular clip. I think his name is Eze Lawrence Agubuzu Eze Ogubechinodo of Ezima Olo Kingdom in Enugu. He spoke with Ooni of Ife there. Everybody there, this is what he has to say.
Majesty, the Ooni of Ife. And he was gingering all of us to work as a family, to work as a team, to see Nigeria as one. And then I felt maybe this is good. But when you look at it, this same Imperial Majesty is arranging to confer a very high honor on Sunday Igboho, who in my own part of Nigeria in the southeast, we see him as a counterpart of Nnamdi Kanu.
I can see President Tinubu laughing there, like that, laughing and laughing. Ooni of Ife, a lot of the emirs, a lot of the Obi, a full packed room.
And my brother, fellow royal father, the Imperial Majesty, does not seem to understand the pain in my heart when Nnamdi Kanu is in Sokoto. So, sir, the ball stops on your court.
The ball stops on your court, President Tinubu. That is from one of the Eze pleading on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu that the ball stops at Tinubu's court. That is about it this morning. I hope you've enjoyed it. Comment, share, and remember, do not download the video. Allow people to come in and watch it from here. Mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí tí ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní orí ìkànnì náà. Orúkọ mi ni OLAYOMI KOIKI tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Koikimedia, the last man standing. As we leave you this morning, enjoy the rest of the day wherever you are. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye for now.